In this video, I want to go over some finger placement basics for beginner piano. What I like to do with a lot of beginner pianists is to have them start off with getting used to playing the keys without lifting their fingers too much, because one of the common things that I always see is that when someone goes to the keys, they're focused on pressing down the keys and they're not really paying attention to what the other fingers are doing. So what ends up happening is that bad habits form where you're focusing on playing the keys, which is good, and you're focusing on where they are and when to play them, but you're adding extra tension in different parts of your hand and your arms, and there's no consistency. So with these habits in place, it's really hard to become or get used to being accurate later on when things get more difficult. So to start off, we're going to take our hands and we're going to flip them over, palms facing up, and form a line from our thumb to our pinky so that there's a line that forms and everything is on the same level. So the same thing for the right hand. And then from here, just relax a little bit. Now, if we turn around, this is a very natural hand position that we could have formed without starting from here, but I like to start from here because the point of this is to show that what we're trying to do when we're actually playing the keys is to really get to this point, although we're never really going to be playing the piano like this. In the most ideal situation, the closer we are to this, the easier it will be for us to control what we're doing at the piano, because if you look at the keys, everything is on one level line, black keys here. And if you pay attention to how each key is formed on a piano, it's basically a lever. So the closer we are to the edge of it, the more control we have, because the closer we are to the middle, it's harder actually to push it down. So we have less control. Okay, so going back to this position here, we're relaxed. So being as close to this position as possible, let's find 5 notes in each hand. I like to use F. So starting with the thumb in the right hand, F, G, A, B, C. And with the left hand, the reverse. So F starting from the pinky, finger 5, F, G, A, B, C. Now with these 5 notes in each hand, we're first going to focus on keeping contact with the keys at all times. Let's start with our right hand. We're just going to play each note from left to right and then right to left without lifting any finger, but maintaining this relaxed position. So F, G, A, B, C, B, A, G, F. Now, if this feels awkward to you, try using more of your wrist, this up and down motion, or the weight of your arms. And you can tell that not much is required for you to actually play the key. Really, it's a very small distance that needs to be traveled. Try that in the left hand as well. So let's go backwards. C, B, A, G, F, G, A, B, C. Great. Before we move on, a quick summary of the fingerings, the assigned numbers to each of the thumbs and fingers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So the thumb is 1 and we go outwards. Now we're going to do a set of exercises in this exact position for both hands. If you're not yet comfortable playing with both hands, just choose one or the other, right or left, and just start from there and then move on to both hands. I'm just going to give you a group of numbers and you play them depending on what fingering it is. Okay, so we're first in our position, relaxed, all the fingers touching each key. 1, 3, 3, 5, 1, 2, 1, 4, 1, 3, 3, 5, 5, 4, 2, 4, 4, 3, 3, 1. Okay, let's try a few with 3 notes. 1, 3, 5, 5, 4, 2, 2, 4, 3, 3, 2, 1. Now let's try pressing down the pedal, just for fun. Let's do the same sequence. 1, 3, 5, 5, 4, 2, 2, 4, 3, 3, 2, 1. Now, a good thing to do at this point would be to memorize that sequence, use the pedal and change it every so often so that it just doesn't get too blurry, but gradually increase the tempo and try to maintain that. Now for something like this, I'm sure you'll be tempted to move your fingers around and lift them, but the point here is to be very vigilant about keeping the contact with the keys because that will force you to maintain this shape. Now obviously if you were to actually play something like this, eventually you're not going to always be glued to the keys, but for the purposes of building certain habits, try that.